Well.
How did MPs vote on the leadership review? Did you give yourselves the power to have the leadership vote?
No comment.
Do you think how did Mr. O'Toole defend himself?
No comment.
Should he stay on as leader?
Comment.
Can you tell us what your writing is, please? I didn't catch your name. Can you just tell me your writing, please?
Brent.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened in the meeting today? What do you think of Mr. O'Toole's leadership? Do you support him still?
Yes, I support.
You want to stop? Yes?
No, I don't want to stop. Of course I support Mr. O'Toole. You know it's a caucus meeting and we're not going to talk about what went on.
And was there a lot of support as well?
Successful in the election. We had folks who of course won. So certainly some mixed emotions, and we got some great feedback and full perspective from across the country, and we heard from the national campaign manager as well. And we'll see how that goes.
Are you about Mr. O'Toole and his leadership, wanting to hear certain things?
Sorry?
You went in seeming unsure about Mr. O'Toole and his leadership. Do you feel better about that now coming out?
Going in, my objective was to hear from my colleagues, and we heard that perspective that's different in every province across the country, and so I'm satisfied that with the presentation made by the leader and by the campaign manager, and so we'll look for the details that they release about the review that they have planned, and I'm confident based on the tone and tenor of today's meeting that the official opposition is returning to Parliament stronger than it was when we left. Thanks very much. Have a great day, folks. Have a good day.
Est-ce que ça menace le leadership de M. O'Toole? Ça, c'est mécontent.
Pas du tout, je sens pas ça aucunement. C'est le seul commentaire que je peux vous dire par rapport à ça.
Il y a personne qui a sorti un couteau, là?
Non, pas du tout, sincèrement. Ça s'est bien passé. Les gens ont dit ce qu'il y avait à dire. C'est un exercice que j'ai vécu en 2015, j'ai vécu en 2019. Et je sens que les gens ont le goût de travailler dans l'unité, travailler ensemble. Comme je vous le dis, chacun a vécu cette campagne-là de différentes façons. Les gens ont pu s'exprimer en toute liberté, puis ça, je suis très content de ça. C'est bon, dernière, pour ça, pour vraiment que j'y aille.
C'est un désaveu, selon vous, le fait que le Caucus se donne le droit de tenir un vote de confiance sur le leadership du chef?
Pas du tout, aucunement. Puis notre chef l'a souligné, je me souviens plus dans quelle intervention, qu'il était tout à fait à l'aise avec ça. Donc, les gens ont appliqué le projet de loi qu'avait déposé Michael Chung. Et je ne sens pas aucune volonté du Caucus d'enlever le pouvoir aux membres qui choisissent le chef, de lui enlever ce privilège d'être le chef. Je pense que ça fait partie de la culture, de l'ADN du Parti conservateur, puis c'est vers ça qu'on regarde maintenant par en avant. Fait que je vous remercie sincèrement.
Merci. Qui est poli, on n'a pas vraiment de... Moi, je vous dirais que on va parler à des collègues en dehors du Caucus, les collègues de l'Ouest sont plus préoccupés par le PPC, par exemple. Ça, c'était un enjeu pour eux, que nous, au Québec, on ne l'a pas senti. Au Québec, là, le PPC de Maxime Bernier, ça n'a pas eu d'impact chez nous. Tandis qu'ailleurs, il y a des 14% de votes en Alberta, je pense qu'il y a des comtés qui n'ont pas aimé ça. Fait que ça, c'était vraiment un enjeu qui a touché l'Ouest, très différent de chez nous.
Qui va s'occuper de l'examen de la campagne électorale? Qui va s'en occuper?
Je sais pas si je peux le dire, il n'est pas annoncé. Vous pouvez le dire. C'est annoncé? Je sais pas. Ben, ça sent rien, là. Ah, mais c'est pas fait encore. Mais on a des personnes très aguerries qui vont faire l'étude de ça, mais là, je ne le dirai pas, là, écoute, ça va être fait. Je peux pas vous le dire, là.
Vous avez un échéancier au moins. Quand est-ce que...
Ah oui, ça sera là avant Noël, avant la fin de l'année.
Avant la fin de l'année. How do you feel about the leadership right now, Mr. O'Toole's leadership?
I've been a friend and a fan of Erin for a while, and I've been lucky. I was in Ottawa most of the time during the pandemic doing the fun job of question period coordinator, so I was lucky and got to work with them. And one thing I've said, and I think the campaign showed as well, a lot of Canadians didn't know who he was at the beginning of the campaign, and I think he proved himself very well during it. People got to know him, and we had some challenges in the campaign, but we had a lot of opportunities and some things that we went in the right direction on. So I'm a fan of Erin. I think he'd make a great prime minister, and I think our team's looking forward to is we got a lot of work to do, likely in 18 months, 2 years, the average length of a parliament, and we need to be focusing on the Liberals and
Was there any anger
What do you
in the
make
room?
of the messaging from some of your caucus members saying that the attack to the left and trying to win over more progressive voters didn't actually work out for your party?
I think there's be a lot of analytics. I mean, I'm a campaigner. I've been a candidate twice, but I've been a campaign manager 6 times. So everyone's going to have different things on policy, on comms, and rollouts. That's natural of any campaign, and I think every party is going to be doing that. So the conversations will be happening in the coming months. You'll see some announcements and details of people that'll lead the review. And I think, again, the line I use is I think today was constructive, it was productive, and allowed people, those that aren't returning, to say their farewells and their feedback as well. But I'd say we went in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to getting back to the House and working with Erin. Productive and constructive. We'll use that again too, and I'm not going to give them the details of that. I wouldn't be allowed to do that, or wouldn't be in the caucus if I did that. But no, I thought it was, but no, I think it was productive and it was constructive. People had the opportunities. They're forward-looking. Everybody's got ideas on how we can improve and do better, and that's what we're going to do over the course of the next few months is do that review.
Is the caucus united behind Erin O'Toole?
I think we're about united, but I think behind Erin, getting back to the House of Commons and focusing on what we need to, making that next at the next government. So Erin's got my support, and I think caucus, I think the feedback and the tone is going in the right direction. So good to see you all.
Thank you.
Oh, golly. Good. Hi, John. Hi, Mike.
How did it go?
It was awesome. The pizza was great, and I loved the Diet Pepsi.
Okay.
Is this a publicity for
Send me a case.
Okay, but how was the discussion?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. We're a caucus. We were one big family. You're not going to hear too much because that's what we do in caucus. We stick together, and we are a good family. We're coming out of here ready to get back to
How
Parliament.
did you guys vote on the Reform Act?
Hey, I think you already know we're a caucus. Thank you.
Can you compare?
Good try, Mike. Good try.
Can you?
Yeah.
Was there tension in the room?
Oh, no. Actually, something? It was a very, very positive. I know everybody wants it to be negative, but we're a great family. We're working together, and we're going to get back to Parliament.
And can you compare the move of 2019 and
yes, of course I am, because he's an amazing leader. And yes,
can you compare the mood of 2019 to today?
honestly,
What's the difference between 2019 and today?
I don't find a difference. I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. This story is going to suck because it wasn't really bad. It was a great time. Your story, gosh.
Well, there seems to be a lot of division going into the meeting, though. Like, Jen talked to us, and she said that there was.
I'm not sure who you were speaking to because
The Stubbs.
Oh, okay, that's great.
What about the Reform Act? Did you vote on the Reform Act?
Sir, we're a part of a caucus. I really love you guys doing your job, and congratulations, because that's what you should be doing. But the story is that we had a great caucus meeting. I'm proud of our team, and that's what you're going to hear from me. Keep on going. I got to take work.
Sir, can we talk to you for a quick second?
Well, listen, it's my first day. I was more interested in just meeting my colleagues, some of the ones I've never met before, and so I just was more casual. So.
And are you supporting Mr. O'Toole's leadership moving forward?
I'm supporting Mr. O'Toole right now, absolutely.
Why is that?
Because I ran for him.
Okay, there's some folks that feel the party needs to go in a different direction, possibly, needs to review
That's up to the party
leadership.
as a whole. Today's meeting was, caucus is confidential, and obviously I'm not getting any of that for anyone. So.
As an individual, what are your thoughts on Mr. O'Toole's leadership?
He played well in my constituency. The Conservative candidate had 35% last time, and I had 44. Played okay. I mean, I have no complaints with it.
Does that have to keep maintain your support for should it be a challenge?
No, he has my support right now, and I think today was good because I got to meet my colleagues, and it's my first day, so I didn't want you guys to think I was snubbing you. I just took a call on my way out, so.
Who's going to be conducting the review?
True story. That's what happens.
Who's going to be conducting the review of the election, sir?
What's that?
Who will be conducting the review after the election?
I'm not sure I'm able to talk about things like that, so.
Do you think there needs to be a review?
I think whatever the will of the party is, that will be what happens.
Did you vote in all the Reform Act provisions?
That's caucus confidentiality, guys. Come on. No, seriously. I'm not going to answer that.
But for you then, where do you think the leadership issue should be? Should it be caucus members or should it be grassroots members?
I think what I'm trying to say is this is my first day. I realize you guys want to know. I realize you want to know everything that just happened in there, but I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that the will of the party is going to be important. Today was great. We all, you know, look. I just met 100 people I never met before. So I mean, I'm not going to get into that because the rest of it's confidential. So I just wanted to say hello and to tell you I wasn't snubbing you on the way by.
Well, welcome.
What do you
Well,
think
thank
of
you.
being the representative from Newfoundland and Labrador? You took out a pretty big Liberal.
Well, I'm not from Newfoundland. I'm from New Brunswick.
Oh, see, I messed you up then.
That's okay. I'm.
See, look, I haven't met you yet either.
What's that?
I haven't met you yet either.
Well, this is it, you know, and no, I represent Miramichi Grand Lake, so it's probably a little bit larger than Prince Edward Island geography-wise. Voter-wise, maybe 57,000 or so, but I'm really excited. I was a provincial MLA for 4 terms in a row, 11 years. I could have stayed 3 more, chose to resign and run for the federal party, and real proud of it, and today was great.
How would you describe the tone in general of the discussion today?
The mood was good.
Can you give any more?
No, I just think that people were. You have to understand, because of COVID, a lot of people. What I came to learn is that no one got to see each other for so long. So there was a lot of camaraderie that way. But anyway, thank you.
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you.
It was a very, very amicable, civil, decent meeting.
Do you support Mr. O'Toole staying on as leader?
Well, that's something that the caucus will decide on.
But personally, how do you feel?
I feel that it was a tough election, and I think that we did very, very well, given the number of issues that we had to contend with.
But does that mean
The main frustration was the fact that we were divided, and that the country was divided, and that we had wedge issues that were used to divide our country instead of uniting it. Do you think Mr. O'Toole went too far in his efforts to recenter the party? Like I said, it was a tough election, and I think that we did a very, very good job in trying to keep the country together, given that there were so many issues that were polarizing and that were utilized to divide us.
Is this the party to go back?
Oh no, it's a very strong united party.
Do you think
Against Mr. O'Toole or for Mr. O'Toole?
Who's doing the review, Ms. Lewis? Do you know?
Some members going into this meeting that were divided, that did seem to think that the party went in the wrong direction for this election. So what did the leadership and what was the conversation about where the party needs to go moving forward in order to make sure that everyone is really united?
Well, first of all, I won't talk about the conversations with Caucus because they are confidential. But I don't really think I would agree with the characterization that is division there. There are differences of opinion certainly in what we can do different or how things can be adjusted in a future campaign. But we've got a united party, and it's one that is going to move forward in a positive way. And I believe in the next election we'll show Canadians party.
But it's not united though, right? I mean, this is the only party where there are senators, for example, advocating for Mr. O'Toole's removal, where there's clearly more discontent within the Conservative caucus than there is, for example, the Liberals or the NDP.
I just don't agree with that characterization. I mean, in the discussions that I've had with members of Caucus, like we are a united party. We can have differences and still be united.
But your colleagues who would not support Mr. O'Toole publicly, who would not state that they think he should remain leader, you don't call that division? I mean, clearly some people don't think he should stay leader. You can say that's a minority.
I believe we do have a united party, and I firmly believe that it's just a matter of discussing how we best move forward. And to me, that's a united party that's just looking to try to do the best it can moving forward. So.
In 2019, the caucus came out of this meeting and said that they were united, and a month later, Andrew Scheer was out as leader. Is that what we're expecting to see this go around?
I don't believe so. I certainly don't expect that in any way. I do believe we have a united party, and I do believe we'll move forward with our leader, and we'll move forward in a positive way that I think will show Canadians that we're the best party to govern this country whenever we get the next opportunity to go before them with that. So,
who's doing the leadership review, the election review?
was quite impressive. And yes, obviously, we had to address the issue of the campaign. We raised some concern. We also raised the things that happened and some challenges that we have to address. So this is what Caucus is all about. We have to create discussion, positive, constructive one, and we're looking forward.
Will there be a vote on leadership? Will there be a confidence vote?
I'm sorry?
Will there be a confidence vote?
Well, as you know, this is the rules, and there is no vote today about that. It's only because of the fact that we recognize the fact that yes, we pick up our speaker, not the chair of the Caucus, and by vote, and so that's it. But I will not make any.
But you also voted to give yourself the power to remove Mr. O'Toole,
well,
right?
well, as you know, those rules exist, and the
Yeah, but you
leader will have to
voted to
say
have the power.
the leader will have to say 3 things. And so I know that they will address you in 15 minutes, so I will not scoop anybody.
If everyone is united around the leader, then why do you need the power to enact the leadership review?
Well, okay, what we have to keep in mind is the leader is always, we are a grassroots party. I'm very proud of that. We have to take in mind that this body is created by the members, and the members are the ones who decide who will be the leader. And that's what happened a year ago. And we are very proud of the choice by the people of our party. And we ran a good campaign, and we are anxious to run another campaign with Erin O'Toole, and he will get it. He will be the next prime minister.
Does that make it feel though for Mr. O'Toole that there could potentially be this noose ready to pull at any time?
Well, I will let Mr. O'Toole speak to you about that. As I said earlier, I will not speak to him. I think he will have something to say to you about that situation, and I will not address it before the leader has something to say on that. I think you have noticed that I'm not very, shy when it's time to speak. I will. No, I'm not quite shy. I'm not quite shy.
One last question. Ms. Stubbs came in today and thought that the grassroots should have the opportunity to have a leadership review within 6 months. Would that be something you would like to see?
I think when our party is a real grassroots party, and a grassroots party respects the rules of this party. And we have some institution in our party. We have a national convention. This convention will be held in 2021 in Quebec City.
2023.
23, so what did I say?
21.
21, no, it's a bit too close. So it will be in 2023. It will be in Quebec City. You will be welcome to go to Quebec City, the most beautiful city in Canada.
But why did your caucus give yourself the power to remove the leader if you're respecting the grassroots?
Well, because as you know, this is the rules that apply to our party, and we decided that, and I will let the leader speak on that situation. It's not a good idea for me to scoop the leader.
Mais est-ce qu'il y avait l'intention au sein du caucus de l'utiliser, cet outil-là?
Alors, je vais vous laisser le chef parler là-dessus, mais comme vous le savez, les règles existent. C'est ce qu'on s'est dit d'ailleurs ce matin. Les règles existent. Il n'y a rien de nouveau là-dedans. Alors, on va aller voir ce que le chef va vous dire tout à l'heure. Je ne voudrais quand même pas scooper mon chef. Je comprenais que je commence quand même mon mandat, mon 6e mandat. Là. Si je commence à scooper le chef, il va être fâché après moi, il va être dans le trouble.
Est-ce que vous avez des discussions avec M. Rodriguez pour le retour des travaux?
Alors, évidemment, on va attendre que le Conseil des ministres soit formé pour savoir qui peut être le vis-à-vis. Puis vous comprenez aussi que les discussions, si discussions il y a, restent confidentielles entre nous et on ne négocie pas sur la place publique. Maintenant, évidemment, comme tout le monde, on a hâte que la Chambre reprenne. Si on se fie à l'horaire régulier, c'est normalement 5 à 6 semaines suivant une élection que la Chambre reprend ses travaux, ce qui nous amènerait à la fin du mois ou plus tard au début du mois de novembre. Je vous dirais plus tôt sera le mieux. Là, quand même, on est là pour servir les Canadiens. C'est une élection qui a coûté 610 millions de dollars pour finalement donner quoi un remaniement ministériel. Alors, il est temps qu'ils commencent à travailler comme il faut.
Est-ce que vous n'avez pas parlé, donc?
C'est pas ça que comme je vous dis, c'est le propre même des discussions confidentielles. Je peux pas vous dire oui, je peux pas vous dire non, bien au contraire, je vais me faire gronder pour tout le monde si je fais ça.
He just needs to talk to us earlier.
Peut-être une dernière question. Est-ce que la vaccination obligatoire pour tous les députés, c'est une option qui est valable ou est-ce que c'est viable pour le...
C'est un enjeu qui doit être discuté évidemment dans notre caucus, mais sur cette question-là, moi je vais vous dire très clairement que notre parti a toujours été favorable à ce que les Canadiens aient accès à la vaccination. Souvenez-vous, au cours des 2 dernières années, particulièrement la dernière année, on a posé des dizaines et des dizaines de questions à tous les jours en chambre, toutes les semaines en chambre, parce qu'on n'a pas des dizaines de questions quand on en a 26 là, par jour, mais on posait beaucoup de questions là-dessus, entre autres pour dénoncer le trou noir de 10 jours qu'on a eu en janvier et février, qui a conduit à une accentuation de la 3e vague au Canada, dans les autres pays. Alors moi, personnellement, je suis en faveur de la vaccination.
Qui est viable
parce que
pour les députés aussi.
ce qui comprend pour nous, c'est qu'on favorise ça aussi, puis on incite tout le monde à se faire vacciner. Moi, personnellement, je ne me suis pas caché, je l'ai mis sur Facebook, mon épaule, comme quoi j'avais le deuxième vaccin, puis j'ai invité tout le monde à faire ça. J'ai remarqué qu'il y avait un certain nuage au-dessous de mes propos, des réactions qu'il y a eu sur Facebook à cet effet-là, mais ça fait partie du débat public et moi je suis très fier de dire que la vaccination c'est une bonne chose et allez-y, faites-vous vacciner.
Why is it different now than in 2019?
This is a different campaign all around. I mean, let's face it, the circumstances leading into this campaign are unlike anything that we've ever faced. So it's hard to draw comparisons to any of my previous 6 campaigns. We haven't had the opportunity to sit as a caucus for a couple of years almost now. This is an important opportunity for us to come together, but I think it's very difficult to draw comparisons from the 2019 election to this one or any other election to this one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It went awesome. Yeah? It's great.
Talk to us because you talked on the way
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
great.
Yes. Oh, you look tan.
Do I?
I'm a little jealous.
It's the door knocking.
So, can you tell us how it went?
Really good meeting. Very positive. First of all, it was nice to see colleagues after such a long period of time. I think that our party has a reputation for being able to put forward concerns and have them addressed, and I'm very optimistic leaving the meeting about our ability to fight for Canadians as Parliament resumes.
On the way in, some of your colleagues, like Ms. Stubbs and Mr. Barrett, I think, weren't willing to publicly express support for the leader. Was that a minority feeling inside Caucus or a majority feeling? How do you feel about his leadership? I know you support him, but how do you feel about his?
I also know that the people that we represent want to see stability and unity, particularly during a time of economic and health crisis in this country. And I know that our caucus is ready to work together for Canadians.
But does your caucus support the leader?
We certainly support the leader. I heard a lot of overwhelmingly positive things about our prospects going forward, and I think everybody's ready to get back to work. Okay, thanks, guys.
We just went on the vote today. Je voulais savoir parce que le vote.
Il y a quelque chose.
Ah ben c'est bon, on va vous reparler. Sur le vote, pour qu'il y ait un vote, pour que le caucus ait le pouvoir de faire un vote de leadership, selon vous, de son leadership, pouvoir et
Non.
ce que mes collègues vont tomber.
Non, pas du tout.
Donc, qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire, c'est pas un désaveu?
Ben, parce que ça n'a pas été discuté.
Comment ça peut être discuté? Vous n'avez pas voté?
Mais là, je ne vais pas vous dire ce qui s'est dit au caucus, là, quand même.
Non, mais en fait, on sait que le vote est passé. Le vote pour autoriser le caucus éventuellement.
C'était la même chose en 2019, la même chose en 2015. C'est pour savoir si on reconduit le programme du parti, pas le programme, mais les règlements du parti. C'est une formalité.
Mais il y a aussi un vote pour savoir si le caucus se donne le pouvoir de tenir un vote de confiance.
C'est la même chose qu'en 2019.
Donc pour vous, c'est pas un désaveu?
Non, absolument. C'est les règles du jeu qu'on se donne. Si jamais, c'est la même chose pour si on veut expulser un membre, on a passé la résolution, le même règlement de 2019. C'est la formalité.
And Senator, how's it going in there?
Very good.
What's
Very
the
optimistic.
discussion like?
Hey?
What is the discussion like right now?
No, people are talking about their experience, those who lost their election, those who win, and the climate is very serein. Yeah.
And do you think that Mr. O'Toole will walk out of here as the leader?
No, I hope he will stay.
Why?
Changing leader every 2 years, every election is not the way to shift the party on a social base or something like that. We have to have a continuum in our leadership.
And do you think that
it's my opinion.
Do you think that the party needs to go where it was, more in the center than?
No, we have to listen to our electorate, and we have to also explain the position about environment, about gun control. We have to explain. We need more time last election to explain to our base where we're going, and that I think that's a good point for us.
Est-ce que vous pensez
We need time.
Est-ce que vous pensez que c'est le moment de changer de chef?
Non.
Pourquoi?
Pour moi, non. Parce que je pense qu'un parti qui est en depuis le départ de M. Harper, c'est un parti qui a besoin d'un leadership qui est stable pour pouvoir établir son leadership, pour pouvoir expliquer les choses aux membres.
On n'a pas eu ce temps-là. Le programme était déposé juste au début de la campagne et on n'a pas eu tout le temps pour expliquer. Je pense à la position par rapport au Québec. Moi, j'aurais aimé ça qu'on prenne plus de temps. La position par rapport à la violence conjugale. On n'a pas pris beaucoup de temps pour expliquer où on s'en va avec ça. Voilà.
Merci, sénateur.
Hey, au plaisir, hein? Merci.